Oh, this is a good one. 127, this next page. Just next page, I think. Because I say that the destruction of the taints is for one who knows and sees, not for one who does make. This is very important, very good. For one who knows and sees, not for one who does not know and does not see. For one who knows what, who sees what, does the destruction of the taints come about. Such is form, such is its origin, such is passing away, such is feeling, such is perception, such are volitional formations, such is consciousness, such its origin, such is passing away. It is for one who knows thus, for one who sees thus, that the destruction of the taints come about. Because when a bhikkhu does not dwell devoted to development, that is devoted to meditation, okay, even though such a wish as this might arise in him, oh, that my mind might be liberated from the taints by non-clinging, yet his mind is not liberated from the taints by non-clinging. For what reason? It should be said, because of non-development, because of not meditating. Okay? I think it's better this word meditation put here. Because of not developing what? Because of not developing the four establishment of mindfulness. The four right striving, the four bases for spiritual power, the five spiritual faculties, the five powers, the seven factors of enlightenment, the Noble Eightfold Path. Now in this Satipatthana, what do you think we are practicing out of this Satipatthana in this reading and contemplating? Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana or Dhammanupassana? What do you think? What do you think? Dhammanupassana, yes. But do you know Dhammanupassana is there in all of this Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana? Whenever you contemplate a rupa as right, what are the causes for it to arise and what the Vaya Dhammanupassi, Samudaya Dhammanupassi, Vaya Dhammanupassi, that's already Dhammanupassana is there. So there are different ways, but here it is very clear, it is Dhammanupassana. Suppose because there was a hen and with 8, 10 or 12 eggs that she had not covered, incubated and nurtured properly. Even though such a wish as this might arise in her, oh, that my chicks might pierce their shells with the points of their claws and break and hatch safely. Yet the chicks are incapable of piercing their shells with the points of their claws and beaks and hatching safely. For what reason? Because that hen with 8, 10 or 12 eggs had not covered, incubated and nurtured them properly. So too bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu does not dwell devoted to meditation, even though such a wish as this might arise in him, oh, that my mind might be liberated from the taints by non-clinging. Yet his mind is not liberated from the taint by non-clinging. For what reason? It should be said, because of non-development. Because of non-developing what? Because of non-developing this whole thing, the four establishment of mindfulness, the four right strivings, the four bases of spiritual power, like this. The Sattis Bodhipakkhiya Dhamma. So when you are reflecting, when you are reading and applying to yourself, what do you think in Bodhipakkhiya, Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhamma Vijaya Bojjhanga, which part, when you place it to your present moment and you are trying to, like what you are reading there, you are trying to picture yourself and then you are applying, when you get that focus, that is Sati Sambojjhanga. You are in that direction, it's not yet Bojjhanga. Okay, it becomes an enlightened factor much more later if you are continuously, repeatedly doing it. And then Dhamma Vijaya Bojjhanga is when you are analyzing the Dhamma. That's where that analyzing part, while you are applying to yourself or being in this moment. They go together. It's a very tricky thing that when they harmonize only, that very insight will come. So And that can be created by more Sila Samadhi being perfected. And Samadhi, clearing your mind from memories and all that, and make the mind completely empty. Asita, the ascetic Asita, when he came to meet the Buddha, he knew that Bodhisattva, at that time, as a baby, he knew he was going to be the Buddha. And then he knew his lifespan was short, he will not see him becoming the Buddha. But he knew his nephew was there, that he will be growing up and he will experience this great, phenomena of meeting or seeing a Buddha. So what happened? He told him, go, one day you will hear Gautama, Siddhartha, he will become like this, then you go and ordain under him and learn the Dhamma from him. So what he did was, he spent the time in Himalayas. Why? So that his senses are not, that he will not have much sense impressions and sense experiences. So he will not pollute his mind. So this is a very big prerequisite, very interesting. And then he came back when he got to know, and he attained even Arahatship. And he had a special practice where he stayed one night in a place. So not more than three nights or one night, something like this. So that's difficult practice, all his monk life. And he died like this. He used to spend one night or three, I can't remember exactly, but like this, kind of. He was known for that. But the point that I remembered was that how they left to prepare themselves to get this experience. Now this hatching and all this, it's about not allowing the senses to be, doing this, trying to develop some sila and samadhi. That is the hatching part. That is, if you daily practice in your daily life, and what helps you to come to samadhi, the indriya samvara, and all that's in bhojana, food, and having good habits about that, and sleep, really regulating your body. When you're doing that, there are possibilities for you to. So adding up phones and all these things, with sensual things, if who are really sincere, knowing the modern day things that are there, and I hope you can go through, if you all are using, again, you might have to use, but use it for that purpose of a call or something, for your work. Otherwise, your life, this life is, think this is like a one life you're getting. We don't know other lives whether we'll get all these conditions. Suppose because there was a hen with 8, 10 or 12 eggs eggs that she had covered, incubated and nurtured properly, even though no such wish. So too bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu who is devoted to development, even though no such wish as this might arise in him, that my mind might be liberated from the taints by non-clinging, yet his mind is liberated from the taints by non-clinging. For what reason? It should be said, because of development. When bhikkhus, a carpenter or a carpenter's apprentice, looks at the handle of his heads, he sees the impressions of his fingers, his thumb, but he does not know so much of the handle has been worn away today, so much yesterday, so much earlier. But when it has worn away, the knowledge occurs to him that it has worn away. So too bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu is devoted to meditation, even though no such knowledge occurred to him, so much my taints have been worn away today, so much yesterday, so much earlier. For this I remember a situation in my own practice. Like in, say for example, those days as Upasaka I was practicing in Polgasdua, Aranyam, and then I used to go and visit my parents in Kandy. And when I, used to pass through like the Kandy city, I remember I used to, if someone saw me from outside, I'm sure would see, look at this young boy, he's too intense. Because I was so, I used to make such an effort not to have any impression around me and to pay attention to my body. And then to, going in a sakman. It's a bit like maybe, these boys here. And then I used to go like that. Because, I was very clear, very concerned about that I would not get any negative or any kind of bad impressions. Then what happened? My life went on meditating here and there, and I became a monk and practiced also here and all different places. And then after some years, I happened to come again through Kandy. After a monk, I guess, I think I was passing that way. And when I was passing that way, I was realizing I was like normal, and I was not making that special effort, and impressions also not coming to me. So I realized at that time that all these practices we are doing, we don't notice the changes that are taking place in us. Okay? But we can know that we will not make a special effort. It will be automatically, because now candy would have become more worse, more stimulating. But what has changed? Not candy, but our practice will change us day by day. It has an effect, the saddha, sati, samadhi, panya, virya, that we make this effort, especially when you come to a retreat like this. There's a possibility of the biggest possible changes that can happen. That is attaining even Nibbana.